Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
And for those that are only listening and not watching, you cannot see, we have two very special guests here with us today, Stef and Lila. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. So the reason why we have brought these two wonderful women here with us today is because we are moments away, really weeks away from the Pike's Place Market, not Pike's. Is it Pike Place Market? There's no
Puck
apostrophe.
Place.
The Puck Place. Oh, even worse. I'm totally saying it wrong.
No.
Puck Place Market, but there's no apostrophe S. So the Puck Place Market, which is the tournament for the Seattle Women's Hockey Club. So we're very excited to help you guys talk about that and learn more about that. But the first thing we always like to start our shows with when we have guests is we want to know how you got into hockey, because we have fun stories about how we got into hockey. So we want to know how you guys got into hockey. So I'll let you guys, whatever. You can rock, paper, scissors, whatever.
You go, Steph.
Yeah, so I'm Stef Cole. I'm the current president of Seattle Women's Hockey Club. I'm Canadian, so I was born playing hockey, but I actually started figure skating first, and I always tell people, I was so bad. If you watch my hockey game, there's very little grace to it, and so at a certain point, they asked my mom or told my mom that she shouldn't invest in it anymore. And so my mom was like, do you want to try something different? And I was like, can I play hockey? Because my brother played and my mom was all for it. She had a brother who played growing up, and I come from a big hockey family. So I started in the 4th grade.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how far did you go? I mean, obviously you're still playing, I'm assuming, at this point, but did you play in college? What's the scoop there?
I played up until grade 12 kind of competitively. And at one point between hockey and my regular sort of rep league, we were on the ice 6 days a week. So by the time I got to university, I was like, I need a little bit of a break. And my university had a really good team. And so I don't think I would have made it anyways. And then I picked it back up after I graduated. And then when I moved to Seattle, I found the Seattle Women's Hockey Club and kind of started back up and been playing ever since.
And how long ago was that?
I joined the league 5 years ago, or 5 or 6 years ago now.
And we'll get there, but I want to talk about the evolution, because I know that there's been a huge evolution of, hockey in general in, the Seattle area, but women's hockey even more specifically. So that's amazing. And what position do you play? Did we ask that question?
I was playing defense for the most part. I do go back and forth depending on the league or whatever my team needs, that I'll play forward in some, I'll play defense in some. So I kind of float all over.
She's a Lila Edwards. Yeah, she's a Lila Edwards.
Yeah, truly.
I love it. All
right. I'm Lila Totino, she, her. I grew up in the Boston area. So again, not quite as that Canadian hockey culture, but a little bit more northeastern hockey culture. Grew up with a pond down at the end of my street, and my father had played hockey growing up and played, intramural at Boston College, for fun. So I grew up on hockey skates on the pond, just tootling around though. Hockey is expensive, as we know, and even in suburban Massachusetts, however long ago, there weren't a ton of opportunities for, girls specifically. So it didn't even cross my mind as an option. I just enjoyed tootling around. Then I went to college up in Maine and was kind of looking, and I played other sports in high school, but was kind of looking for a club sport in college so that, quote, wouldn't take over my life and I can still focus on academics. Well, joke's on me, because I joined the club women's hockey team at my college, which was open to anyone. They played in the ACHA division. I was definitely, the lowest on the totem pole, could barely stop when I started my freshman year. But super welcoming. And so played 4 years there. Was able to do that because I literally found skates that had been abandoned in the closet and other gear that had been abandoned in the closet. So it was free for me, essentially. So that's like why I was able to play at that point. So super grateful. Shout out to Bates College in Maine, tiny little school. And then graduated, moved to Nashville. At the time, zero women's hockey scene there. There is now.
Yeah.
And kind of, went off, and again, hockey is expensive. So kind of fell off the wagon for a bit, and then also moved to Seattle. Let's see, almost 6 years ago now. You moved in February of 2020. Great timing. From the East
Oh
Coast.
yeah.
And moved for work. Thought I'd meet people through work. I had 1 week in the office. That obviously didn't happen. So then when we started to emerge, I was like, okay, how am I going to meet people? Oh, hockey would be fun. Googled women's hockey Seattle, found the club. And so, yeah, now I've been playing for about 5 years as well. A few years ago, got involved in helping plan the Puck Place tournament that we'll be chatting about some more, but I'll leave that as a teaser.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Love the tease.
I love it. I love the fact that you both, like I feel like it became more of a social thing, right? And that's what a lot of the women that we talk to that are now playing, we'll call it beer league, quote unquote beer league, right? Like it's for social, it's for social purposes. It's great exercise, obviously. Like I'm sure, it's great to get out there and physically do it, but also like some of their, best friends are they're, on their team and that sort of thing. So
and that it was so welcoming too. And that,
Yeah.
even though you said last man on the totem pole, I don't know about that, but that they were welcoming and, open to that.
Yeah.
I just have a few follow-up questions. Like the skates you found magically in a closet, like, did they fit? Did you have to wear 4 pairs of socks? Like they just magically fit? Like that's
So
amazing.
yeah, it was basically our gear closet. And so people who had upgraded their skates or graduated and, were moving cross country and had these old skates, would just leave stuff there. And then it was kind of a free for all of, come look through it if you're starting up. And so I just wore them yesterday, actually, when Stef and I were doing a learn to play for or try hockey for free for kiddos yesterday morning. And I got an issue. I did finally upgrade, but did pull them back out yesterday. But
Perfect time
so
to
yeah,
pull them out.
yeah. So they did fit. I think I have no idea how old they are because I found them in the early 2000s in this closet, but they were
Wow.
probably I think at one point I looked up the model and they're not like from the 70s, but they're,
From
someone
last
abandoned
century.
them, probably upgraded.
That's cute. Oh
I
my
love
God.
it. And I love that you still have them. That's perfect.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have any other?
I did,
Okay,
but
go
it was
ahead.
for Steph because playing, you didn't play like in Pee Wee leagues or whatever, Lila, but you did Steph. Did you play with boys? Because that's a common theme
Yeah.
where playing growing up, there weren't a lot of women or girls teams growing up, so you played with the boys. Did you do that as well?
I was fortunate that the area I grew up in had a pretty solid girls division. And so I've played girls my whole life. I think
Wow.
the first time I've played co-ed, honestly, was Seattle. And so I struggle with it a little bit because I've grown up playing women's and girls. And so, yeah, I definitely had a slightly different. I was telling someone I went to a clinic that was co-ed and like boys at that age hit. And so I was like, Dad, I can't, like, this is contact. And he's like, well, you'll learn to skate with your head up. Like, it's a good
Thanks,
thing. And I
Dad.
was like, oh, just to see like a little bit of the difference. But I was
Yeah.
fortunate that my area had a pretty solid girls program. So I was fortunate to play girls.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of the players that we've talked to, it's like up until the point where contact starts, they would play co-ed. And then when the contact started, that's when they would, break off and do,
We saw an influx of girls when that happened because like
yeah.
size difference and just
Yes.
physicality at that point just becomes super hard to do. And some people do great, and some people just find that girls only option works as well.
Yeah. So interesting.
Awesome.
Anything else?
No, those were my
Okay, so I want to, shift gears and I want to talk about the Seattle Women's Hockey Club because I think that'll bring us up to the tournament, obviously. I so from our knowledge, so I also moved to the Pacific Northwest in 2019, in August of 2019. So again, right before COVID times, like I totally get like it's like, yeah, like how do you meet people, like all this kind of stuff. But I also know like we got the Seattle area got a hockey team at that point, like, and we call it the bad K word team because my wife is an Anaheim Ducks fan and has been an Anaheim Ducks fan for decades. And so it's like we can't root for the Kraken, which is why when we got the torrent, we were so excited because we're like, yay, a team we can root for together. But like, so Seattle got this hockey team, and like, how did that, where was the women's club at that point, like when the Kraken came into town, and then how did that help grow the sport too?
I think it's kind of like in your face a little bit more, and it brings that, like, you go and a lot of people, they're attending their first game and they're seeing what hockey's really about. And then I think like seeing the community and seeing all the jerseys and seeing all the people go. And so I definitely think it started a little bit of the influx. I'd say the torrent influx was a lot bigger, which
We
is
love that.
great. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
yeah.
amazing. Like, I always joke that I don't know if I hadn't played for 30 years, if you put all this stuff on me, I'd be like, this is my sport. But I love how many women start in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s. We have players that are in their 70s. Like, it's amazing.
She keeps
Uh,
looking at me because I keep saying I want to learn how to play hockey because I don't know how to play hockey. But yeah.
you need to, we have an event to give hockey a
Oh,
try free.
yeah.
You gotta come because
Lila mentioned that. I love that event because you're right, Lila. This is an expensive sport and it is not easy to get into. So I didn't
and
mean to
it's
cut you
not
off,
for
Steph.
everyone. So like people
Yeah.
put it on and they skate around, and some are like, I love it. And you could just see like it's a fit and it's for them. And some people get off and they're like, oh, I thought I'd like it a little more. And I'm like, that's totally, like, this is why we do it, so that you don't invest all this time and energy and realize it's not for you, or you find out you do and you love it and you're like hooked. It's kind of like the two in betweens for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have a try hockey for free event? I know
Yeah,
you
there
said you
is.
just had
It's
one.
May 9th. I know when
Oh,
it is.
wow.
Yeah.
She was holding that under her jacket
I've
there. I
obviously
didn't
been
know
thinking,
that.
I've been thinking about this for a little while. The
Yeah.
problem is, guys, really honestly, like this is the biggest issue right here. We live in Tacoma.
Mhm.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So yeah,
There are leagues in Tacoma, so
I
you could
know.
try
There,
it. And then if
yep.
you do,
Yeah.
I've thought about that too. So we'll see. We shall see. That is
We also
definitely,
have two children and two full-time
yeah,
jobs.
yeah, there's all that too. But anyway,
very true.
I love the fact. Okay, so do you know the birth story? Where did the Seattle Women's Hockey Club like start? Like how did we start this?
I feel like I know like bits and pieces of it. I probably should know a little bit. But it started a pretty long time ago. I think we like formally became Seattle Women's Hockey in the like 1997. But it goes back even earlier to that, which is amazing, especially for a non-super hockey town.
Yeah.
And so a ton of history. There's a ton of members that are in the club that have been around since that, which is also very awesome. So just a huge history for Seattle Women's Hockey Club.
Yeah. So, and I know this is something that we've heard from other people within the area that, play and that sort of thing, is that at some point, obviously there was like one women's team, right? Like there was enough players to have one women's team, and we're in a much different spot now from what I hear. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends are like, I remember when it was four teams and we played like every weekend was one of two other teams that you played. We're now 14 teams, 200 women, and four different divisions based on skill level.
That's
So it's grown
amazing.
tremendously, but is great to see.
Oh, that's so amazing.
And I think the feeder teams, right? There's a lot more girls leagues coming into it and more opportunity for girls to play girls. And
Absolutely.
yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So we did have an opportunity to talk to Julia, who's one of the goal. She was at Oops All Goalies last
Yes.
night. Yes, and she came on with Kyle when we originally had that whole Oops All Goalies discussion about what that nonsense was. But and she was just saying because she works with the Junior Kraken, and so
Mhm.
like talking about the development and that her excitement around the Seattle Women's Hockey Club was that there was more elite players, like more players at the level that she wanted to play at right? And like how exciting that was. So to hear that there's 4 divisions now, like that's just, I mean, like what an impressive feat to grow. And 200 members, is that what did I hear that correctly? 200 members.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible. So congratulations.
Thank you.
What a feat. And we're so excited. And that kind of like that jumps us over to let's talk about your guys' big event, the Pug Place Market.
Yeah, so end of the month, March 27th through 29th this year. Usually the last weekend in March, we've got our Puck Place Market tournament coming up. This is our 5th year doing it. Started 5 years ago by another longtime club member, Melissa Urkel. We were hoping to have her on to start chat about, yes, cheers, Melissa. To chat about the origin story. But it was really like her brainchild 5 years ago, starting this up. And it's a tournament for women and non-binary folks all over the US and Canada, basically. We haven't gone beyond the continent yet, though we've had some interest from a club over in the UK. We're hoping to get them one of these years over.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you kind of bring your own team, and we've got 4 levels of play at that tournament as well. So we've got everywhere from novice teams that are, doing their first tournament together and just, that's their first intro to tournaments, all the way to advanced teams that have been, playing together for 20, 30 years, and, the old timers that get together and do tournaments every once in a while together. So this year we sold out registration in 9 minutes, which was crazy.
Yes.
We broke the app/website that we used for registration. Sorry about that.
I've heard some grumblings about that in the communities.
Yes. So we had to get on the horn with the CEO, and he was like, yeah, you guys broke it. Like we've never had this influx all at the same time, because it opened at 9 a.m. Pacific and everyone was there. So we're going to have to rethink that system for future years now, I think.
Yeah.
But so this year we've got 34 teams.
What?
Coming in from as far. We've got a team coming down from Alaska, one from New York City. Those are our furthest afield. And then Salt Lake City, Bay Area, and then lots of local-ish teams as well. Seattle, Tacoma, Portland, Bend, Oregon. I don't know if you'd call that local, the in-between, but
yeah. You can in the Pacific Northwest area.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it's the largest such event in the Pacific Northwest, definitely on the Pacific Coast. There's the only competition is there's a tournament in Vegas it's includes co-ed and women, and that one is bigger overall.
We're not gonna include them.
Well, even their women's section is bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Well, but how are you going to get bigger? Are you doing it? It's at KCI, right?
It's at KCI. They are awesome and kind of give us as much ice time as they can. We've been able to, we're a little bit worried this year now, now that we've got 2 pro teams, and the Torrent have a game that Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
Like
practice schedules.
Okay, everyone needs to practice, right? I guess the pros get priority over the beer league tournament. I don't know why.
Makes sense to me.
Why can't they just go practice at Climate Pledge? Why do they got to practice at Crack? I mean, geez, no, I'm kidding. I kid. We love our Torrent. You can have whatever you want.
Exactly. Yes, and they've bbeen awesome to us as well. So we obviously are happy to have them here for the growth of the game and all that. So just joking on that front. But so we were kind of like, okay, how's the ice time going to work? But actually is able to shake out. So we're kind of just, and there's still some other events they have to have it. Okay, they want to offer, they don't want to cancel public skating for the entire weekend, understandably, and things like that. But we're basically at KCI from Friday morning this year till Sunday early afternoon. We also wanted to make the Torrent game, which is at 4 p.m. on Sunday, into kind of a post-tournament social. So we've got a group rate discount tickets, like block of tickets there that we're encouraging folks to go to. So we did want to end the games, so that people could make it there. But yeah, we're able to squeeze it all in, not too many late nights or early mornings, but yeah, all at KCI. So it's pretty festive there all weekends. All games are free, so come
Yeah, I
on
was gonna
down.
say, like, as a fan, as someone who's obviously like, nobody can register now, guys. So if you're not registered, you're done because they've sold out immediately, which I think is
9 minutes.
yeah, awesome. Like, kudos to you guys. But if you're a fan like us, like, how? I mean, do we just show up? Like, is there a schedule? I know the answer to these questions, but we're gonna tease this out for people. How do we know who's playing and when?
Yeah, so we will come on down basically anytime Friday morning to Sunday afternoon. We will probably be there unless it's like 4 a.m, in which case you can't get in anyway. But
Yeah,
Probably still be there at that time.
we
Yeah,
might,
maybe,
yeah,
yeah.
Steph and I might still be there.
You're living there for the weekend, right?
Yeah, we had some late nights last year, hoping for a little bit more sleep this year, but we love it. So yeah, come on down. We'll have, the schedule will be available there. It'll be, posted on the screens. Will be quite the setup in the lobby with multiple vendors. We've got our friend Lacey from Double Hockey Sticks coming up from.
I saw that. Yes.
They've been awesome
Yeah.
to work with for a few years now. So always love having her up. And we'll have raffles and silent auctions going on to benefit the club, and like massages for skaters. What else do we have going on? We'll have
some merch.
Have merch. Yeah, we'll have a Sound Transit. We'll be tabling on Sunday to help folks, encourage them to go to the game using public transit. So lots of things happening. So yeah, come on down, come to the lobby. You can get the schedule there. There'll pretty much always be at least one game going on. Sometimes we'll be on 3 rinks concurrently. So all sorts
I was
of
going to
things
say
going
how
on.
many are like how many games are going to be on 3 rinks at once, but it's pretty much any time come down.
Yeah.
Come on down. Yeah.
Women's hockey.
And is there like a championship game at the end? Like that's, not that going to see the other teams isn't just as cool. Yeah, come see. I mean, I think watching beginning skaters is awesome too, just to like cheer them on, because I mean, honestly, like, and we'll talk a little bit about the Oops All Goalies event last night, but it's like watching goalies try and skate the full rink is like it's one of the silliest things ever, but it's so fun, and just to encourage and love on people. So for novice skaters, I'm sure they would love to have a crowd.
My favorite, because their love of hockey is like next level. I think they enjoy it the most, and they play for like the love of hockey, and I'd say like less concerned about uber competitiveness and more about having a great time playing a sport they love, and just like the smiles on their faces is amazing. You go to our top one and everyone's so intense and so competitive, which I also love, but the love of the like novice players is unmatchable for sure.
Yeah.
And they have the best fans too. Like,
yeah.
Folks that are just starting up, they've got like the support of their family and friends and making all these signs and screaming. And whereas like if you've been playing for 40 years, your partner's probably like, oh, whatever, I'll come once in a while, So I love that too.
So there is a championship game though.
Yeah. So there are actually 5 divisions.
Okay.
So there's one for each. So if you come anytime on Sunday, so you're as a team, you're guaranteed 3 games. And then we have a championship and a consolation game. So first and second, third and fourth for each.
A gold medal game and a bronze game.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just watched the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly. Except we do have a small token of a small prize for the champions. We don't unfortunately have the funds to have a bronze medal yet. If anyone wants to sponsor next year, hit us up. But yes, so the gold and the bronze medal game. So if you come anytime Sunday, starting in the morning through last game starts at 2 p.m. lasts about an hour, then time to get to the torrent game.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I believe the last one is the advanced, the highest level championship game, but basically anytime on Sunday will be those championship games. And so they'll be super amped about those, and yeah, have a little festivities and little prizes afterwards.
Awesome.
Awesome.
And where will you be at the torrent game? We'd love to come say hi.
Ooh, that is a great question. Steph, do
Oh
you know the
no,
section? I can look it up.
think
we're
I
making
have
we're
to
making
look
him do
up.
hard work.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Should have prepped you
So
for
a lot
this.
of us already have season tickets, so we'll
Yeah.
be elsewhere, but the block is in section 109.
109.
Okay.
Okay. So we will
Come say
definitely,
hi.
yes, come
Yes.
say hi, give a shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you guys will be hopefully they're doing something on the Jumbotron for you guys
I
to
hope.
shout you out for being there as a group. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Okay. So now we know where we can come watch all this. And this is like this is a whole weekend event, yes, with vendors, and we're excited. We're excited to come and just enjoy and watch some hockey. But I wanted to ask, how can people support you besides coming out and being fans? Because I know, I mean, we've seen the opportunity. I know you guys have asked for donations, and that sort of thing. Last night at Oops All Goalies, they had a silent raffle going, and they were raffling off a bunch of different things. So how can people support you? That's what we want to know.
Overall, the for the club, our website has ways to donate if that's what people want to do. I think coming out and supporting and being a fan is free, and just supporting the team that way and cheering people on is also a great way. And then I know Lila, our tournament specifically, also has ways to donate or support.
I'm sure the
Yeah,
merch
so
too.
we solicit sponsors for the tournament specifically, Gloves Off being one of them,
Yeah,
sponsor and media partner now.
absolutely.
So we have, sponsorship opportunities at this point, probably hard to squeeze it in for this year, but get in touch for future years. It's a great, it's a very motivated audience, niche audience. So
Yeah.
lots of opportunity there.
Well, and I was gonna say, and I saw this, it's like you guys were asking for more than just money. Like you're asking for like stuff for goodie bags and things like that. So we have a ton of crafty people in this community.
A ton.
A ton of crafty people. So I don't know if you guys know that at every torrent game during second intermission, there's a trinket exchange at the Living Wall, and
Amazing.
people bring their crafts and trade. And it's the coolest thing ever. And it's just like,
Amazing.
right. And it's just like, I mean, because why not? It was really cute. We brought two friends to the last game and they came with me and they're like, I've never seen anything like this at a sporting event before. And I'm like, yeah, it's because we have the best fans, the best fans.
It's like the best community.
It
And
is.
that's the best way of describing it. The hockey community is unmatched. And like that's a great example of it where and it doesn't just have to be hockey. It's like once you're in, and
Yeah,
then you figure out other things people like to do that are similar, which is great. We have like a whole hiking thread in our Discord channels that people talk about
of
to
course.
connect and do
Meet
those
up and
things.
do stuff. I love it. And again, the social aspect of this, and like I do think the community aspect of it, and the reason why we have done and like growing the way that we're even growing, is because of this incredible community. Like honestly, like the people in it are just next level. I would trust my children with them, which is saying a little and a lot all at the same way. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, honestly, we bring our kids to everything because this community is just it's a safe, welcoming, inclusive place,
100%.
and yeah, and so yeah, we're obviously we wanted to bring you guys on to talk about everything that's going on, see how this community can support you because we'd love to get behind. Obviously, women's hockey development is a huge thing. To be able to play as a community beyond a professional capacity. Like I think that the women who are involved in the Seattle Women's Hockey Club, nothing but good things to say. So yeah,
Oh, we love
congratulations.
that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you
Means a
so
absolutely.
lot.
much.
Yeah, we need to decide what games we're going to.
We do need to decide
Yeah.
what games we're going to. Maybe we'll just pitch a tent up at KCI that
Yeah.
weekend and live
Bring
there
the
the whole
kids on
weekend.
Sunday.
Yeah, bring the
Yeah.
kids. Bring the kids. We'll have a great time. There's
Yep.
food there. There's
Exactly.
coffee.
Totally. Yeah.
Lila will probably do the same. I'm telling you, she's there all weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Just bring an RV. That's even better. They could just sleep in the parking lot. Oh,
And
ideas.
also, we've been talking about this like people know, and I'm sure most of the listeners know that KCI means means the Kraken Community Iceplex,
Yeah.
which is in the, oh gosh, what's that center called?
Northgate.
Northgate. Thank
Yes.
you. We were talking about it last night when we were there.
Yeah.
Saw goalies. But yeah, so Kraken Community Iceplex, great place to go be. You can get
Amazing.
merchandise there for your tournament, for the torrent. Some other team sells something up there. I don't know.
I'm trying to get Boy Torrent to catch on.
Yes.
Oh, I love boy
Yes,
torrent.
I love it too. The boy
Yes.
torrent. Not that we're disparaging of the Kraken, really, honestly. And there's nothing wrong with them in general. They're just not the right NHL team for our universe that we live in. But it's funny because we went to an NHL game a couple of weeks ago when we were in Southern California, and it is not the same. We said it, we commented, we're like it's not the same
Not
deal.
the same as our
Not the
torrent
same
games.
vibes,
It's
yeah.
a totally different vibe. And I was I don't know. It was my second home
For a long
And
time.
Yeah, now it's all torrent all the time. And I'm just, yeah.
We're sold. We're sold.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys want to share about the Seattle Women's Hockey Club? I mean, personal plugs, whatever. Like anything else that you guys want to share?
Gosh.
Yeah. I could say like we have the Give Hockey a Try, which is a great event. And then our registration typically opens August. And so it also seems to fill super, super fast. So if people are interested, we love new members. We're all about continuing to build the community. And so if you're interested, to reach out if you have any questions of what the process is. Our Instagram has a ton of information as well as our website. And then we're always zero skill level is required. It's encouraged to if there's learn to plays in different programs so people get on the ice before, but not required. And everyone's welcome.
That is so
And
awesome.
is there a cap? Do you this is it? We can't take any more or?
Yeah, because of ice, we usually like predetermine how many teams we're able to have with the ice that we have, and then we build back from typically we have 14 on a team, and so we build back from that on how many spots we have. And then we create a wait list because injuries and people move and things, life is life happens sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we have a wait list so we could try to get in as many people. But we do have a cap just based on ice limitations.
Did you 5 years ago, did you think that was going to be the case?
Even like when I started on the board to now, the difference, like I feel like we eventually usually got to the cap, but it took a little bit of time and it took people, we sold out so quickly. It was insane and like almost heartbreaking when people like leading up would be like, oh, when do I register? And we're like this date. And then they email like 2 hours into that date. And we were like, we're full. Like, we're so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
And never in a million years did I think that would be the case. It's been amazing to see how, especially post torrent, how much people are super interested. They, I think, see the community. Like you said, I went to my first torrent game. I was literally in tears that like little
Aw.
girls now get to dream about playing. Like that wasn't a
The
reality when
best.
I was little. And I just sat there like sobbing about how amazing these opportunities are. And just now to see the community continue to build and how much excitement is around it is amazing.
That's awesome. And I'm sitting here thinking like, how can you make it bigger? How can you open it up to more women? How can you get
Well,
price?
Hey.
and I want
all
to,
that?
I want to interject. Like, these are the growing pains, right? Like, the growing pains are we don't have enough capacity at this point to capture everybody that wants to play because there's been a huge influx. And like, what a great problem to have. And I know that you
100%.
guys are solving for it. I'm sure. To
Yeah.
how do you expand so that you can have as many players as want to play be able to come in and play. So that's.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, you asked how people can support. I mean, if we've got any secret billionaires watching, obviously we need more rinks. Love
And if
to
you
have
have any
like
secret billionaires watching, why haven't you reached out to us? No,
Right.
I'm just kidding.
we need more rinks.
More ice.
Yeah,
We
more
need
ice, more
ice.
rings. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, that's true because we've heard that. I mean, speaking about Kyle from Oops All Goalies, like I think that's always, from what I hear from him, like that's always the struggle is finding ice time. So if we could play hockey on anything but a rink of ice, right?
Yeah.
Huge difference for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. What, babe, do you have any last thoughts?
Oh gosh, my last thoughts are just excitement because we're so excited for the end of the month. I know you are all excited too that this is the big time of year and just amazing. And that's my final word is excitement.
Yep, for sure.
Thanks for bringing your excitement here.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us.
Seattle
Yeah.
Women's Hockey Club. They're on Instagram. Are you guys on, I'm assuming, Facebook and other social media?
Facebook, yeah. And then if you Google Seattle Women's Hockey Club, will pop up as well.
And then is there social media for the tournament, or is that just part of the Seattle Women's Hockey Club?
Part of the Seattle Women's Hockey Club.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know whether people should go look for a separate
Totally.
account or not. And we will, of course, tag the Seattle Women's Hockey Club and all of this when we get, this episode. This episode's going to come out tomorrow, which is, March 9th. We always
What
like
a
to
turnaround.
I don't
I
know.
know.
Yeah, talk to the editor over here. Anyway, but yes, we're gonna get it out tomorrow. Just because we want people to have plenty of time to lead up to make their plans so they can come out and support you guys at the end of the month.
Yay.
And
Awesome.
again, I'll shout out May 9th is the learn to
Yes.
skate,
Learn to play.
I don't know, what are we calling
Try
it?
hockey
hockey
for
a try.
free.
Yeah.
Give hockey a try.
Give hockey a try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give hockey a try. We always say what the first one's free.
Yeah.
And that will probably fill up fast too, right? Stef, isn't that
Oh,
already?
Yep.
Okay.
And it filled in less than 24 hours.
Oh,
But
it's
Oh,
already filled?
we
it's
could
filled.
probably make 2 more spots if you wanted to join.
Wow, that would be a day, wouldn't it, if I went out? Well, so the reality is, and and people know this that watch our podcast, like if I play anything, I would want to play goalie. So that's,
You can do it too.
yeah, that's, yeah.
And if with kids that you've got expenses for,
Yeah.
goalie, the equipment is expensive, but
Oh.
once you won't have to pay for anything.
Yeah,
Everyone
goalies play free.
goalies play for free. Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
Goalies play
I
for
know.
free because we
That
always
is
need
my
them.
favorite price.
And now I'm gonna get shoved under the ice, you guys. This is what's coming, just so you know.
So you give them all the equipment because I know goalie equipment is more expensive.
We try if we have any because we do get donations.
Yeah.
Goalie, we get probably less goalie than player, but it's more. So the equipment would be the main expense, but then you play in almost most leagues that I know goalies are free.
Yeah, so you pay for your equipment, but there's no cost to you.
You don't get.
to play.
I get
to
it.
play in
Like
the league.
registration.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, which that stuff adds up like totally.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you
And
guys
we know Bahar too.
making me. Yeah, Bahar.
Yeah.
That's what her painting. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Oh.
yeah, so she plays for the Seattle Women's Hockey Club. So
Yes.
shout
Yeah,
out Bahar.
she's on-
Oh no,
Bahar's
she keeps trying to get me to come play. I mean, we've talked about it many, many times. So yeah,
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe May 9th will be the day. I don't know.
I think it should be.
I'm scared, guys. I'm scared.
Very, very supportive.
I haven't
Everyone-
ice skated since I was a kid, so
It's all good.
They have those dolphins, honey.
I can use the dolphin.
When you're all padded up, you feel invincible.
I probably would. That would probably be the problem, is I would feel invincible. I'd be like, come at me. No, we'll see. Oh my goodness, this has been so fun. Thank you guys
Yes.
so much for
Thank
coming
you.
and talking to us. Puck's Place Market, end of the month, March 27th, 28th, and 29th. And the culmination of that will be that Torrent home game. This is the 29th. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're excited
Yeah.
for that weekend. It'll be super
We'll be
awesome.
there.
So
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
Thank
support,
you.
and we'll see you then.
absolutely. Bye.
Bye.
And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.